That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
Go for it.
No, you got it memorized where you can do it all in one.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you're like the pro.
Oh, you know, no, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know there at all.
What's up, Ben?
What's going on, fellas?
Not much. I know you're tired, so we'll jump right into it. Ben's sitting in the OneCast cave right now. Speaking of OneCast, head on over to onecastfishing.com. Use the code TheOneCast, all one word at checkout, and save money on all those snagless jigs, weedless neds, soft plastics, merchandise, and everything else that OneCast Fishing has to offer. And while you're online, and speaking of Carolina Waters, Nick Kincaid is sitting here, one of the owners of CW. Head on over to carolinawatersnc.com. Get your hands on all that UPF gear that they have to offer, the hats, the shirts, the gloves, the buffs, all the different merchandise, and use that same exact code, the OneCast, to save money at checkout. The Buckstopper shirt, you guys are still carrying that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so hunting season is upon us. So make sure you head on over and get that Buckstopper shirt. It's going to keep you cool in these warm months during bow season and early gun season, depending on what county you live in. You're going to blend in with your surroundings. Also, while you're online, use that link that we always provide you to head on over to Hobie Eyewear and get your hands on all the different frames and lenses that they have to offer. We love the floating frames. Tons of different varieties with those, and the new whole float frame, 100% upcycle kayak plastic. They also have prescription sunglasses and other different lifestyle frames that you can choose from. But if you use that link, you're going to save a bunch of money at checkout. Don't use a code, use a link. Also, while you're online on your phone, go to your app store and download the Deep Dive app. Deep Dive's got a ton of features, pull from multiple data sources, that's going to break down a body of water for you, whether or not it's a lake you go to every single day like me, just kidding, or new bodies of water that you're interested in learning about. It's going to give you those starting points, the best areas of the lake, the wind-blown points, the outflows, the inflows, the bait tool selection. It's going to help you target different species of bass, smallmouth spotted bass and largemouth bass. Ben just held it up to the screen. So download that Deep Dive app. You can do the free trial, which I believe is 7 days, or you can just do what we do and pay for the annual subscription. It's like 10 packs of soft plastics if you really break it down that way. You know, the economy sucks. So get your hands on the Deep Dive app. They're going to help you catch more fish. And then finally, if you're in the central North Carolina region, head on over and see our friend Uncle Terry Carpenter. He's a licensed realtor here in central North Carolina with Howard Perry Walson and Caldwell Banker. He's a bass angler himself, so he knows exactly what you're looking for when you want to get in that house and get that boat in the garage like Pete needed. So head on over and see Uncle Terry. He sells more houses than I've ever seen any realtor sell houses, honestly.
Well, that's a good thing.
No joke. Yeah, it's a good thing. So, yeah. Did I nail it? Are we good?
Yeah, I think you're good.
All right, good.
Hey, so I want to bring up one thing that you said, though.
Huh?
You had mentioned, get the app that we can go fishing every day like you do, and you said, just kidding. But yet, what's hooked up to your truck right now?
My boat, because I fished today. Yeah, man. I'm in my final week of my undergraduate in criminal justice. I actually just submitted my last assignment. So thank goodness that's pretty much over with. But I decided to treat myself today and go work on forward-facing sonar a little bit, which is always a heated topic of discussion. Not really here on this show. But yeah, I wanted to get out there. I've been grinding shallow, throwing top water and flipping jigs and, throwing moving baits and stuff like that. But, if I got the technology on my boat, I want to keep my skill set sharp. So I went out there today. It wasn't all pinging them with a minnow, by the way. It was throwing a variety of different baits, big baits, glide baits. Didn't catch anything on that. Still haven't caught a fish on a glide bait yet. But I will.
You will.
I will. I'll catch one. Caught them a lot on topwater walking baits. Caught them on minnows. Caught them on drop shots. Caught them on shaky heads. But it was, it was a lake that forward-facing sonar really dominates. And so, yeah, it was a good time today, man. It was hot today.
Yeah.
We had that like false fall weather that you talked about.
Yep.
I think it was like 89 degrees and there was like no wind.
Mm-hmm.
So it was terrible. I got smoked out there.
Yes. So,
but it was also lovely.
And that's one of the main reasons I have not been in the woods yet.
Yeah. It's hot.
Way
It's too hot. Yeah. Yeah. So what's going on in your world, Ben?
It's a busy day. Busy day. We besides work, so in our neighborhood, they shut the pool down last week for the year. So today they had it for dogs. So we Oswald had a swimming date today, this afternoon,
Nice.
and we had guests over for the market, and we got a bunch of people coming over in the morning from church. So
Yeah.
in the midst of trying to work, make jigs, and get everything ready for all that, it's been a busy week.
Man, you're obviously in there grinding, not making all the one cast fishing product and stuff like that. But sounds like you need to hire somebody, Ben. I'm not saying myself, but I'm saying you might.
I was going to say, don't be volunteering.
No, man. I know how much Ben lives on a lake, but he barely can get out and fish because he's always working. Like I don't want to be that guy.
That's sad.
But Andrew King said it's 90 degrees up in Michigan, man. Like that's insane.
That's crazy.
So I don't know. There was only a handful of times growing up that I can remember it being in the 90s.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like it's just been, hotter and hotter.
Yeah. Well, whether you believe in global warming or not, it's warmer right now.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Pete, what's going on in your world?
Nothing, man.
You doom scrolling?
I was arguing with somebody.
Did you say doom scrolling?
What's up, Ben?
Did you say doom scrolling?
Yeah, doom scrolling.
Yeah.
I usually doom scroll for like 1 hour a night. When I'm chilling. Usually my wife goes to bed like an hour before me. Sometimes. And when she does, I'll like doom scroll for an hour and catch up on what's going on. But honestly, lately, like there just hasn't been a lot. I mean, obviously there's been a lot in the news. But in the fishing world, there really hasn't been a whole lot that I've seen anyways. The biggest thing that's going on right now, we kind of talked about it before we kicked off Fishing Friday Live, was the Bassmaster Elite Qualifiers first event is just wrapped up day 2 up at Lake Champlain. And a good buddy of ours, Mike Corbishley, finished 33rd. So congratulations to Mike on that finish. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the MLF Team Series just wrapped up north somewhere. I don't even know where they're at.
Maybe just round 2 or round 2 starting soon. I don't know. I don't think it's all wrapped up yet.
Oh, is it not over with yet?
I haven't really seen much. I know what's going on. I haven't really looked at it, so I can't really say too much about it. But on some of the boards, people are enjoying it. So
yeah,
it looks like it's going off.
Charlie Schmidt said we fished our regular season finale last weekend in northern Nevada, and it was in the 40s at takeoff. What?
Dude, that's cold.
See, I love that weather. I mean, that's a.
I mean, for fishing, going down 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Well, 46 for some of us.
46.
But
46
that's
here.
still cold.
Yeah, it is cold.
I'd rather prefer like today, hot,
yeah,
no wind, than cold.
The only thing about that is cold, Charlie. Like, hopefully you guys beat the brakes off from them in your regular season finale. But yeah, I mean this morning was, it was hoodie for me. I get cold pretty easily, but it was hoodie weather for about 25 minutes this morning, and then it had to come off. It was like that early summer humidity this morning. There was fog lifting and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely ready. I mean, the leaves are falling, things are turning, the deer are moving. I'm not hunting this year. Well, I probably won't hunt this year. But the deer are moving. The moon was beautiful this morning. It was a fingernail moon.
Yeah.
Like, it was super cool, man. But
and yesterday we had SpaceX going over.
Did we have it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it.
Seeing it going to the lake yesterday.
Huh.
Yeah.
Where are they going?
I don't know. No idea.
What's their destination?
But it was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on, Nick? You come down to join us in the talk tonight. It's kind of the slow season.
Yeah.
However, you guys, you and Mikey are getting ready to fish the Fishers of Men Regional Championship here. To try to qualify for the Fishers of Men National Championship. With anybody follows Fishers of Men, Pete and I fished the national championship from the 2024 season this year in March. Yeah, it was March to April, down at Lake Murray. It was a great event. And you guys are trying to qualify for next year's national championship, which is at Toledo Bend, which that's only like a couple hours away, right?
You know, we can, yeah.
So are you looking forward to it or what?
I am looking forward to falls, you know, see how we do there. And then, you know, if everything lines up, hopefully like we want it to, then we can make the trip. And, you know, never been to Texas, obviously never been to Toledo Bend.
Yeah.
It's a big fishery. So
March in Toledo Bend, that is going to be a pingers.
So yeah, I mean, we're going to have to really focus in on the old minnow there, but
you think so?
But I mean, I would rather fish in, you know, 8 feet and shallower.
Well, you never know. I mean, I guess it.
Yeah,
go ahead, Ben.
I mean, they could be on beds.
That's down. That's Louisiana Texas border. I mean, you said March.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they could very well be spawning.
They could be. Guess it all just depends on the winter we have, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So it should be.
They were spawning last time. They were spawning last time the elites were there, and somebody went out there and whacked 30 pounds a day on a jig head minnow.
Well, yeah. To be fair, jig head minnow is.
You'll be at the biggest thing with that one. Like those locals definitely have a big advantage. Like Murray is more accessible to more people. Toledo Bend is so far for. I mean, if you look at the vast majority of fishermen, it's like this side of the Mississippi East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys will have, but you guys will have a blast if you get on there.
Yeah.
Just go throw glide bait for 5 days and
dude, you could
swing for the fences.
Yeah.
Hey, that's when was that the time of year Milliken went out there and hammered it? That was his first elite. That he took like what
February or March?
Yeah, but Milliken's in a league of his own when it comes to ping.
Yeah, but I mean, he was using.
He was throwing a glide bait. Matty whacked him on a glide bait there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Milliken was throwing a deep plug.
Yeah,
you know, he was catching them big time on a Carolina rig, right? Which you love a Carolina rig.
I'll throw it.
Right?
I don't mind it.
So I mean, it's anybody's game at the end of the day. But the cool thing about the national championship, obviously, there's a cutoff date when you can go out there.
Yep.
They treat you like it's super awesome, man. Like when you go to the pre-tournament meeting, like it was amazing. I mean, they cater a ton of food. They got guest speakers, the municipality or the county, whoever, or the Ministry of Tourism, whatever gets involved, or at least they did down in South Carolina. So it's a great time. And, you know, I hope you guys go. You guys should, man. You guys should be able to go catch them next week. Now, obviously, without letting out any of the juice, like how much do you fish this time of year?
I mean, not every day.
Yeah.
But it's not really me that fishes the most. You know, it's Mikey.
I know.
And I mean, but I mean, official practice starts, I think Tuesday.
Okay.
And Mikey's in Pennsylvania right now, but he gets back Sunday or Monday.
Okay.
And he's going to, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
He'll be out there every day.
He'll be out there. So, you know, probably not as much Friday.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, you know, just kind of scanning around.
Yeah.
Say. But no, I mean, it'll be fine. You know, really the weather's going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, this time of year, man, like Pete and I, a couple weekends ago, we fished on, you know, Karen Harris. She was actually Sharon Harris that day. But I mean, during practice, it absolutely was just a gar hole. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a distinct advantage that guys have that fish all year long versus guys that don't, right? Yeah. So Mikey, who fishes all the time, you know, he understands the fall transition probably pretty well. And a lot of guys they like hang it up like at the end of July. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it really just depends. But I mean, you can go out there and crack a good bag, and you may be able to do it without pinging them. You know what I mean?
Is it
really just depends. What's that?
Is it 2 days or 1 day?
No, 1 day.
Just a 1 day shootout.
1 day shootout. Yep, top 20% qualify. So, you know, we'll see what we can do, and you know, go from there.
What are your bait choices? What's going to be on your rods to give the audience a perspective on like fall fishing here?
Well, obviously, first thing in the morning, there's going to be a horny toad and a buzz bait and a frog.
Okay.
And so when I go out, I normally have, and mind you, we fish out of Mikey's boat, and I bring my rods. I mean, it's usually 12 rods.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of
Switch
rod.
stuff. Well, you got to look at it this way. I will have a horny toad on.
Mhm.
I'll have a buzzbait.
Okay.
I will have a frog,
All right.
and then I'll have like a sexy dog or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Actually, the D nut from Deep Creek is what I'll
Okay.
have tied on.
So 4 top water.
So 4
buggers.
top water.
Okay.
Yeah, just off the get go. And then obviously, wind wise, if it's up, I'll have a spinner bait and a chatter bait.
Yep.
And then, Carolina rig, shaky head, drop shot.
Okay.
The only thing I'll probably bring my minnow just to be on the safe side. Hope I don't have to throw it, but if I do, I do. The only thing I don't throw, which you guys do throw a lot of, is I don't really throw a crankbait.
Really?
So Mikey will every once in a while, but and that might bite us in the butt for not doing it.
Uh-huh.
But
you got to take a square bill up there, and if they're pushed up.
I mean, well, I'll have a rod.
I already know what's going through Pete's head right now. I already know. He's arguing with somebody, but
I'm not arguing.
Oh, you're
I'm
not?
pretty sure there's no information rule, so I'm not saying anything to not get anybody in trouble since it is out there in the wild.
Yeah. No, we're not.
No, this isn't any information. But one of the
I can give you information. You just can't give me information.
yeah.
Just want to not say anything.
Appreciate it.
Well, I haven't been on the lake in a long time, so
yeah. Last time I was on Falls, it was like 3 foot high. You know what I mean? So that's been months ago. But this time of year is a great time of year to have a lipless crankbait tied on, right? For any lake that's going through the fall transition. Those fish, you hear a lot of guys say, oh, the bait's moving towards the back of the pockets, whatever. But the bait is everywhere. Yeah. Like it doesn't all just move to the back of the pocket at the same time, right? A lipless crankbait, and Pete fishes lipless crankbait a lot, way more than I do. I have one tied on right now, but I didn't have the right reel for it, so it's like sitting on braid, which is a travesty. Shouldn't be on braid, unless I was down in Florida or fishing hydrola or something like that.
I mean, I fish braid all the time on my lipless when I'm fishing grass.
I could tie a leader. I should tie a leader on it. But I have 2 reels for the same rod, so I'll just swap them out. But yeah, man, a lipless crankbait. Ben's right. Like square bill is a great bait this time of year. But really any crankbait, especially when you're trying to burn it. Because one of the things that I noticed specifically today is there was no wind today, so if they were going to eat, they only ate 2 ways. This wasn't on Falls Lake, so there's no information here. But they ate either dead sticking a drop shot or burning a bait really quick.
Yeah.
Right?
Were you,
that's it. Yeah.
Was that crankbait? Was it like digging up? Were you really digging it in the lake bottom or just really fast?
So no, but I couldn't get them to eat that because they were in 30 to 40 foot of water. So I wasn't throwing that, but I was throwing other baits that sink relatively quickly and that you can burn in the bottom. One of the baits that I tried today, which I've never thrown it before, I just took it out of the package, was that Chris Eldane line through swim bait.
Yeah.
They wouldn't touch it. They would not touch it, dude. Like it was just one of those bizarre things. But yeah, arm yourself with what is going on in the lake. Obviously,
Well, and if we get, depending on how it goes, I probably will have a glide bait on too. Just, if we get down to, we got a pretty decent sack that we get, go with, and then, just trying to get that bigger bite.
Yep.
But speaking of glide bait, just want to give a shout out to Matt McBee.
Yep.
With Tater Hog Custom Lures. I talked to him today, and like you guys said, he is going to donate some baits. It's pre-registered to fish the tournament. So
sweet.
Big shout out to him. Thank you for partnering with Special Operations Bass Anglers this year and hopefully for years to come.
Yeah. Speaking of Special Operations Bass Anglers, we're getting ready to kick off the event here in the next couple months. It's November 7th up at Lake Norman, which is the Friday before Veterans Day. Tater Hog, like Nick said, makes some of the best swim baits in the game, glide baits, and he's a friend of the show. And if you guys listen to our recorded episodes, go back on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anything like that, and check out his, what is this, part 1. It's part 1 with Tater Hog.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring him back on. We're also gonna bring Buck Mallory back on and some other guys following the MPFL stop number 6, which is getting ready to kick off. Practice starts Sunday at Logan Martin in Alabama.
That'll be a tough one. That'll be tough.
Yeah. It's a 17,000 acre like river system full of spotted bass and largemouth. I think that they're going to catch them. I just don't know what kind of weights are going to be caught.
Yeah.
I think they're going to catch the shit out of spotted bass. I think it's the largemouth that might be the harder species to target.
Now,
but
what
I could
size?
be wrong.
What are their size of their spotted bass? You guys, do you know?
They got some big spotted bass
they?
in there.
No.
Yeah, I mean they're
Because I know like Gunnersville, you can roll up on Gunnersville and you can catch 4 to 6 pounders.
yeah. I don't know about that. I
So
don't know
the
about
article
But
they
is it
have
more
on,
like the 2 to 4 maybe in there?
so the article MPFL has right now, they say a lot of guys will run in the 2 3/4 to 3 1/4 pound spotted bass, but they can catch a few. I mean, these are these Alabama bass. They got big old spots.
that. Yeah, but
That's not bad.
Logan Martin, is it or is it not? I think we talked about this before. Is it part of the Coosa River or no?
I don't think so,
No, it's a different river.
Different
I don't
river
remember which
system?
one it was, but yeah, different river
but I
system.
think it runs into Coosa River.
But it should be a cool event, man. Like, you know, the one thing that I hope doesn't happen for the guys, and if it does, then you're really going to know who one of the best angler is that wins the event. But hopefully the water's not turning over when they go down.
Yeah.
Right. That's the poopy thing about this time of year. And, you know, we talked about it on previous shows, what you guys need to look for. So go back and listen to previous shows. But, you know, there's,
Who's the top 5
what do you
in
mean?
the MPFL for the angler of the year right now?
Well, Kyle Welcher's leading AOI
yeah.
right now. I
know who I'd
It is
like to
Coosa
see
River.
win it.
What's that, Ben?
It is Coosa River.
Is it?
Oh, is it Coosa? Okay.
Mhm.
How far back is Hackney? I would like to see Hackney win it.
Hackney's right there. Hackney's right there. I want to say he's right
He's
there.
in third. He's 19 points back.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't do that. Pete does bass math. I have no idea.
It's easy. Just subtract
It's a
1223 from
subtraction.
1204.
Hey, listen. I got a criminal justice degree.
Not a math degree.
Outside of that, it's pretty much 3-person race.
What's the
It's
plus
either going to be Welcher, Walters, or Hackney.
What's the plus or minus they have on the far right?
That's where they moved up from their last event. So
Got
Hackney
it.
moved
Okay.
down a spot. Walters moved up a spot.
Has Walters won AOI before for the MPFL?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, he won it the year that Bailey Gay won when we went down to
Lanier.
Lanier.
Oh,
Yep. That's right. Yep.
Todd Goad won. Oh no, Todd won it.
I don't remember.
Todd won
Todd
it that
Goad
year.
won it once when we were there. We went to another one. Oh, it was when I went. Just you went, and then I met you down there.
Santee, but that wasn't the end of the year.
No, I didn't go to Santee with you. Where did I meet you at? Murray.
Murray. I can't remember who won it.
That was Patrick.
Was it?
Mhm.
Okay, so I agree with you. I think Hackney winning it would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we talked about it. Chris Johnston won back-to-back AOYs for the Elite Series. Is Kyle Welcher going to pull out back-to-back AOYs on the MPFL? I don't know.
He's had a good year.
He's had a solid year,
yeah.
dude. He's had a solid year. I mean, but you know, like those guys have so much experience. You know, those guys that are self-funded that fish the MPFL. You know that. You know, like guys like Matt McBee, right? Like
Yeah.
Tater himself, like he fishes it, but like he has a full-time job.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
these guys, these Elite Series anglers, like that's their life. That's what they do. And they've been to these outside of Lake Norman, but you know, they've been to these bodies of water. Well, KJ Queen's been to Norman a bunch, but they've been to these bodies of water like dozens of times, dude. You
So
know,
do you want to bring up KJ Queen?
what happened?
He got
DQ'd.
he got
from
DQ'd.
Mississippi.
Okay.
for Mississippi. That came out today.
Okay. So he got DQ'd for what? What did he get DQ'd
The-
for?
Information rule.
God, another information rule strikes again. I played naivete on that. I knew exactly what happened, but it's a good conversation starter. Like that. I mean, Pete talked about that. what was it, 3 years ago almost?
When we first started.
And it's like, dude, you got to enforce the rules like equally across the board, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Now, nobody knows nobody knows or he knows, but did it give any details on like what happened?
Not yet. Nope.
Oh,
and he
okay.
hasn't made a statement yet that I've seen.
Wait,
I wonder. So he was 38th, and so on Bassmaster right now he was 38th on AOI.
Okay.
So that'll drop him because he finished 8th.
No, they already updated. If you look at the points, he has 0 for Wisconsin. So they already updated the points on there.
So he finished 38th with
He
getting a
finished
0.
38th with a 0.
So he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Still in
he's
the
good.
classic. Okay.
Yep. He was in the upper 20s or teens. Actually, I think he might have been in the top 10 at AOI
Mhm.
because he had a run there at the end of the season.
Yeah, he had a hot
I
streak.
can't remember exactly
right.
where he was at.
Yeah.
He had a really hot
And
streak.
he also had a hot streak with the MPFL. I don't know what he's sitting in AOI with the MPFL, but
And Patrick hadn't won. We just won a tournament when we were there. That was when Todd won.
Todd won, yeah.
And then Patrick won the tournament.
Yeah.
So
I can't talk
so
about
what
it online.
the elites, the elite guys will say, that are fishing the MPFL, think of how much I'll say how much an advantage. They're all good if you're fishing the elites.
Right.
But how much more of an advantage do the elite guys have fishing the MPFL this year with not having forward facing sonar going to be next year for them 4 tournaments where they don't get to use it in the elites?
I don't know. I mean, I think
because they're so used to it.
Well, I don't know. I feel like some of the Bassmaster Elite Series guys, like, yeah, they all have it. But I don't think all of them really use it that much. Like the OGs, right?
Yeah.
Like I know Welcher uses it. I know KJ Queen uses it. I don't know how much Hackney really uses it. I know Walters uses it. But I think regardless of the technology, I think those guys are always going to have a serious advantage over the like solely MPFL guys.
Yeah.
Just due to sheer experience, man. You know, that's where experience trumps all. That's just my opinion on the matter. You know, we talked about that before. Like, is it going to be good? Is it going to be good for the MPFL to bring that many Elite Series anglers and stuff over? Or is it going to deter other people from joining the MPFL? And it seems like it's a good thing.
If you're scared to fish against those guys in the MPFL, then you shouldn't be
anyway.
fishing.
Yeah. And I think it's a good thing.
It's the same with all these sissy, and I'll call them sissy organizations around here that put these rules that you can't fish if you have a rat boat or if you pay more than X dollars for a tournament. Don't be scared. Like, you should want to fish against dudes that are better than you. That's how you get
that's
better.
the only way you get better. Yeah.
But these guys are scared of them. It's these guys that cry on the internet because they show up at a weeknight or when they're somewhere and they end up winning. Like, do better, catch bigger fish. I don't know what to tell you, but you shouldn't be scared just because it's Patrick Walters. Like, I'm gonna go out there and try to kick his teeth in. Probably gonna get mine kicked in, but I'm gonna give it my damnedest to beat him.
I mean, look, Jason Burrows won the Fisherman National Championship.
Mm-hmm.
It was a no-brainer that he should beat the majority of the fish.
He should have beat the majority of us.
He should have.
He was on his home lake. He's on herring fishery where he won a ton of money.
Yep.
Like, knew exactly the one point where the herring spawn was going to happen. The only one, the first one, went there and caught 20 plus pounds a day. Should have done it.
Yeah.
Like, I was totally fine with that.
But on the flip side of that, the same thing happens with the local guys around here. Like, let's just say Patrick Walters could show up to Lake Gaston.
Yeah.
Right. But we all know, like, during certain times of the year, like, he's probably not going to beat a certain group of people on Lake Gaston. He's just not, right? They fish that lake almost every single day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that's the Elite Series guys on the MPFL. That is the same exact point. Like, they fish almost all the time, and they got momentum coming right off of an Elite Series event right into an MPFL.
That's one of the things. and we're gonna go down this path. And one of the things that hurts the OGs, the guys that have been doing it for a long time, is they don't spend the time on the water like they did when they were young.
Yeah,
They're getting their teeth kicked in because these kids are fishing year round. They're not out chasing deer and ducks.
Well,
They're making money
or
winning
women.
tournaments,
Families.
or women, right?
They have families.
Yeah, they have families.
I mean-
they all want to start hunting in the fall. Like, I don't use the fan because Patrick Walters fishes year round. He's got like 9 kids and a wife running around down there. Like, if that's your craft, you should find time even in the off season. But a lot of these older guys bought farms and they're planting deer plots and they're hunting deer and they're doing that stuff, and that's great. Like, they should enjoy all the outdoors. But you can't complain when a kid that literally spends 360 days a year on the water, or any guy, any girl that spends 360 days on the water comes out and kicks your teeth in.
Yeah.
You gotta work harder. Like, you hear the old timers, like the guys that always were consistent, were the first ones at the ramp, the last ones to leave. They were working harder.
Yeah,
these kids are working harder in the off season. Like,
and look,
yeah, you can be the hardest worker in your 3 days of practice, but if you ain't putting in the work year round, you're gonna fall behind.
Yeah.
And look, and as you were saying, Trey, that's why the elite guys have the advantage, is because they're already fishing so much more.
Yeah.
Right. So, and for them, it's probably if you do well in that elite tournament, you roll in with momentum. If you do bad, where it's a really fast reset a lot of times, and they're not dwelling on it.
Or if they do bad, it sparks them. Look at
exactly.
Look at Zach Bird.
yeah.
He
got mad at
He
him.
got his butt kicked at the BPT, had a rough tournament, showed up day 2 of the MPFL and cashed a check.
Well, that was
fishing 2
Patrick.
days. Like,
That was Patrick too.
did Patrick do the same thing once?
So he either won Santee MPFL,
Well, he won Santee MPFL when it was absolutely terrible, and he knew.
and
where
then
fish
I
were
think
and
he
nobody else did.
absolutely
It was
bombed.
terrible.
I think he bombed at the elites that year at Santee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he might
I don't
have.
know if
Yeah, I
the
think you're
elites
right.
were-
Yeah, I think he had a rough Santee tournament with the elites. Yep.
And I don't know.
That
if
was the year that was weird when they were like catching them in that eel grass offshore and they hadn't really moved up when they should have, and people were all kind of screwed up. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
That was when Matty Robertson was smashing them with a mag draft out there in that eel grass.
Yeah.
They canceled a day too, right? Or was that just the MPFL one?
That would have been the end. Yeah, the elites. I don't know the last time the
I feel
elites
like the
canceled a day.
MPFL always gets like almost all the time.
The
gets, like, a
elites,
cancellation.
yeah, the elites. I don't think in a long time have canceled a day. They always
They had 2 this
postpone a
year.
day, but they didn't cancel. They postponed.
Oh yeah.
I know
yeah.
the Opens.
They don't cancel. The opens will cancel.
The
yeah.
Opens are canceled.
But the elite series will very rarely. I don't even remember it ever happening where they'll cancel a day.
I mean,
thought
they'll
maybe
just push it.
like 3 or 4 years they did because it was a back-to-back.
Well, but they didn't even do it last year. They had 3 where they moved days and they were back to back, and guys missed days of practice last year.
No, I know that's usually what happens. I vaguely remember it happened one time, and it
It could have.
because of permits and stuff too, right?
It definitely could have. I don't remember it happening, but I don't remember everything. But yeah, it definitely could. But it's been a long time.
you do. Remember.
It's been a long time since they've canceled a day. I think the last time they did, they had like a hurricane where they had like 2 or 3 days of blowing, and they couldn't have made it up, so they had to drop one. But that, you're right. I think that might have been like 4 or 5 years ago or so. It's starting to come back to me now.
We
I think it was a later. It might have actually been COVID when they shifted everything in the fall, and a hurricane was coming through, and they had like a high school event that following weekend on the same lake. So the permits for practice and stuff so they did cancel a day.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
all I remember about that was my falls, like the season basically got canceled. I was in like a local club here for like 3 years, and Falls Lake was our first tournament of the COVID year, and it got canceled. And dude, I was on them. I mean, 6-14, 7-1, 5-4. Like those are the fish that I was catching, all on a 1/2 ounce spinner bait, dude, in March. And I was like, oh my gosh, like maybe I can do something, you know. They canceled it. But we've already talked about like the specific rule changes with bass and the MLF. There's no change to the MPFL. But I got a question for you guys. From a viewer standpoint. Obviously we have our viewer opinions of it, and then the pros have their opinions of it. But do you guys think that, I think this, but if they were going to change a rule, I think like just change the pre-practice rule, right?
Well,
like
I think we talked about this. Maybe it was probably off air, but I honestly I think you would see the most drastic changes if you got rid
from
of
pre-practice.
from pre-practice because
You
you
mean
like
just get rid of the no information rule,
Oh, or that, yeah.
or you mean like
that.
eliminate the off limits period?
Eliminate it to
eliminate
where
the
like
lot.
you can't touch the lake until official
tournament.
practice starts.
Yeah,
Right.
Like the
after
classic.
the schedule is published.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a difference that would make,
I
especially for the
think
guys that maybe for some of the young guys, but the guys that have been doing it in Fishies Lakes for 20 years, it's not going to impact them as much. They have an idea of what's going on. So you're really only hurting your younger folks by doing that.
Well, that's the changes that want to be made, right? Like the OGs are like, I'm tired of getting my. I mean, dude, look,
people need to quit caring what the
all like we all. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Jeff Gustafson, man. Like, I think he's a great angler. He's just a chill dude.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's a classic champion. I listened to him on another show, and he said it. He was like, dude, the old guys are just tired of getting our butts kicked by these young guys.
Yeah.
And he goes, but you know what? He goes, the fact is we just got to do better. Like, we just got to work harder than them. And he goes, and a lot of guys aren't willing to do that or can't do that because, like you said, they got families, other priorities, conflicting, sponsorship priorities, things like that. These kids leave from one event, or these young guys leave from one event, and they're going right to a lake. That's where they go, right? So I guess like if the OGs wanted to get their edge back, it'd be like, it's not forward facing sonar, bro. It's like they're on the water.
Yeah,
the only way you would make effective change in that is you would have to make every lake that was like that lake off limits for pre-practice, because they're just going to go to the next lake over or down that fishes the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really good. The only thing they're not going to have is waypoints, but they're just going to run around and scan for 3 days anyway and find what they're looking for. So I think that is fine that way. If you really want to affect change, get rid of the information rule.
Yeah.
Let everybody get as much information as they want.
Everybody's going to be on the same.
The only thing I would keep is you can't pay for it.
Ooh.
Like, you can't buy information, because then there's a distinct advantage to those that are
find a
financially.
loophole and say, well, we're going to barter for it.
Well, no, I mean, you can't exchange anything of monetary value.
You can't have a print.
And that's literally anything. You can't change a guide trip. You can't do anything. You cannot in any way barter, buy. That way it keeps it even for the guys that don't have the money like that, because not all of them do.
And I wonder if you did away with that no information rule, like, I wonder how much that would hurt guys though.
It would hurt a lot of guys because they're going to listen to the doc talk and
exactly
chase things that aren't going
right
down.
Now we got some psychological mind games going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I mean, how many times even here locally have you and Mikey talked to somebody, or Pete and I talked to somebody and been like, hey, what's going on the lake? And they're like, oh, dude, they're at 15 to 18 foot in brush piles, and you got to hit them on the left side of the brush pile. And it's like, I'm just throwing, that's totally poor example, but like, that's the example I'm using. And you go out there and you're doing the exact same thing that they told you. You're catching crappie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you obviously didn't.
But
don't trust anything.
Well, again, though, you can't catch another person's fish.
Well, no, unless they're telling you right where the beds are at, and the spawn, that's a different story, right? Like the spawn. So there's two
even then, those fish move up and down.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah.
But the spawn and offshore schools, right? Those two right there, because brush piles load and unload all the time. Other areas, bridge pylons, things like that. Like, yeah, of course they hold fish, but they're not always feeding fish and stuff. So outside of the bed and like legit, like offshore ledge fishing schools and stuff like that. Like, I can tell you the lake I was on today, like, they were schooled up like crazy. But you could go there tomorrow and those schools are gone because of how pelagic those fish are, right? Same thing with smallmouth up north and stuff like that. Like, they move miles, man, overnight.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so at the end of the day, I think that no information rule would be kind of interesting to see, because it might help some guys, but it might really damage.
Well, you do away like with this BS of DQing people 3 weeks after an event, because they allegedly failed a lie detector test.
I'm not a fan of that, dude.
Two things. One, a lie detector test is super easy to beat. Like,
and
Well,
it's super easy.
super
to fail.
easy.
and
But it's
listen,
also super easy to make somebody fail just based on the way you ask a question.
so you have one guy that fails it. Who's to say a guy 4 spots down doesn't fail it?
Yeah. So you're saying like equal polygraphs across the
Oh
board.
yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I really think if you're in the top 10, because that's who fishes the last day, right? Top 10. All top 10 should get a polygraph test.
Really?
If you're going to do them,
Yeah.
do all 10.
Yeah.
And
Because
then
I mean,
all
there's some,
10 get
there's some
DQ'd.
instances where the first place guy doesn't even get polygraphed.
Yeah.
That is insane to me. If you're going to do polygraph, obviously the dude just won $100,000. I'm not saying he would fail or not, but if you're going to do it,
Yeah.
I mean,
Why
have
are
to
you
teach-
polygraphing 104th?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's random,
What
bro.
do you
I mean,
think?
obviously he didn't get any information.
It's random,
Or
bro.
he got a ton of information and it didn't work.
Yeah.
You know, what were you
Yep.
saying, Ben?
Well, I would say you'd have to polygraph the top 10 after day 3, like right at,
Yeah.
and then how many of them get DQ'd? And
And
Bring
then
the
the
next-
other one slide up.
Slide in.
Slide on up.
Slide in. And number 11's like, hell yeah, dude.
I mean,
He's
if that's the case, hey, Chris Johnston would have slid in the top 10 a couple times this year, maybe.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it's been interesting over the last few years to see, you know, how much, how I mean, obviously, you know, the leagues themselves, in theory, are holding anglers accountable. But I don't know how much of it is accurate, though. I'm not questioning, you know, I've been polygraphed numerous times, so I know how they go. It's never been a fishing polygraph, by the way, so I don't know what kind of questions they ask you. You know, so unless they're asking you if you ever been involved in a foreign terrorist organization, I couldn't tell you what they're asking you. But still, like, the tester is a variable, the device is a variable, right? The calibration of the device.
it's,
Your health.
Listen, you could just be nervous.
There's
and you're done
yeah.
for.
Well, yeah, you can. What were you saying, Ben?
from someone I know who used to do quick polygraphs overseas on bad guys. Yeah, they're not fully accurate, but he said, you know, every not falsehood, but everyone that indicated they were being deceptive, yeah, they were being deceptive, and we had the evidence on them. So
Yeah.
he said there's a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
it's
people
kind of
who
hard to
passed.
judge with the savages.
Like there's a lot of people who passed who probably shouldn't have.
Sean Ryan show.
Thank you, Sean Ryan show. Yeah, when you're dealing with savages, they don't even know what you're doing. So they're just answering
I think
questions.
anglers can be savages too.
No, they can't. It's not just
know?
like enemies of our country. They can be savages too. But I
in
think
the
here
past.
we have enough access to technology, and it's not to discredit what your friend or whoever experienced, but there's enough access to technology where I can probably study for about 3 minutes on YouTube and figure out how to beat a polygraph.
You
pretty
can
easy.
ask AI.
Yeah, you can literally ask AI and they'll tell you how to beat a
Oh,
polygraph.
no, so-
like, there's
so
a
no,
reason
no,
it's not admissible in
Pete,
court.
I think, yeah, what I would say is the second half is that there's a lot of people who passed. We know they were lying and we had the evidence, but they still passed.
Well, yeah.
It's the way the
That's
test
just
is
too.
designed.
It's too inconsistent.
I think this is
I think it's the best way to put it.
So this is a funny way of looking at it, right? Like, because of how inconsistent
I've been waiting
poly-
years to be able to call our enemy savages. on this
savages,
show.
it's solid. Like, I endorse that. You know, my wife got pulled over by a state trooper. This was a while ago when my son was a newborn, and she got a ticket, and she was like, you know, why did you pull me over when there were other cars passing? And he goes, have you ever been fishing? He's like, can't catch them all. Can only catch one at a time. And that's kind of the same deal with like the polys, right? Like, they're anglers, they're fishermen, right? And polys are fishing, and they're not going to be able to catch them all, but the ones that they do catch, they're going on the wall. You
I
know what
understand
mean?
why they do the random, so it's spread throughout the field,
yeah.
and it impacts.
Well, because they're not singling out anybody.
Oh, and
Okay,
it
these are
can
the
also
ones that's
impact
gonna
the
be in.
standings more significantly.
Yeah.
Because if you only do the top 10 and the top 10 pass every time, then what's the point of even doing a polygraph?
I agree.
Like, you need to get down and actually find where there's potential rules violations. I don't think we should be doing polygraphs. There's got to be another way in 2025, 2026 to figure out to keep people honest.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. pay marshals to be in every boat. Like, I don't know, but you've
Well,
got to.
that's not the problem. It's people getting right where the rule is now, getting information when there's no one around.
You eliminate all this BS drama
What's up,
if you
Tony?
just do away with that rule. You know, like I think the no information rule is archaic and it's stupid. And I've said that for a long time. I've said if you're going to have it, you need to enforce it equally, which I believe Bass has done with the information they'll share publicly. They've enforced everybody that has violated has gotten the same punishment this year. They've gotten DQ'd from an event or two. And then quit altogether because you're a big baby. Or I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Or you just do away with it. Like, whatever. Let them go get information. And I know you shouldn't compare it to other sports because it's not comparable, but I've said I'll keep using this one. If I'm a baseball player and I need to learn how to play at elevation because part of my team's series takes me to Colorado multiple times a year, where I'm playing at elevation, I can go there and train. I can get information on things that I can do at home to train, but I can't as a bass angler in the top league of the sport, quote unquote. It's not a sport. I've got to quit calling it that. I can't go get information so I can perform at my highest level at my next event that I paid cash for out of my pocket to try to win a portion of the other guy's cash who paid money out of pocket. Mm-hmm. It's stupid to me. Like the no information rule is archaic,
except for the elites. They don't have to pay entry fees.
But they did. They rolled back on that too, where they had partial entry fees so they could bolster the payments.
Yeah, it's like $2,500.
I don't remember what it was, but there was entry fees. They did away with them, and the anglers complained.
It's like
like that was the proof that you cannot make anglers happy.
Well, listen.
They did away with entry fees. No entry fees. You still win $100,000. Oh, we're up and I can't win $10,000 for finishing 50th.
Oh, sponsors are so hard to find.
I can't win $10,000 for being mediocre anymore. This is an outrage.
Carolina,
like,
Waters,
come on, man. That is when you should have opened everybody's eyes that you're never going to make them happy. And like, it is what it is. But the no information rule was dumb to me. I understand why they did it back in the day because it was harder to get information. Not everybody that was fishing when bass started even had a telephone. Only the guys that had money did, right? Like they couldn't afford to go around. There was a lot of different things back then. Now everybody has the same access to everything. You can get your government paid cell phone and get on the internet and research YouTube. Like it's all at everybody's fingertips. Go to the library. I think they still exist. They got computers with internet and watch YouTube videos. Like the instant access to information is there for everybody. So why not let people be able to pick up the phone and call a buddy? Call a buddy's buddy, reach out to a buddy who knows a buddy. Like that's the whole point of networking. I just think it's stupid. I really do. I understand not paying for it or bartering for it because that's advantageous to a certain percentage of your competitors. But if you put a rule in there that says you can't pay for it, barter, or whatever, and then you let them go get information, it's still fair across the board.
Think of the fun you could have as a competitor though. Like you may not be able to pay for information, but you may be able to pay somebody to give misinformation.
That's what I'm saying.
Could you think?
I mean, you could run a counter.
All right, listen. Hear me out on this. Hear me out. I've already talked about the octagon. I'm not going to talk about that again.
I still think it's a good idea too.
I think it's great, but to really boost some viewership here, who back in the day played the game Twisted Metal?
That's a long time ago. Yeah,
it was a long time ago. We're old.
Cars with machine guns,
right?
Rocket launchers.
I'm not saying the boats need machine guns and rocket launchers. What I'm saying is I've started watching that series on Peacock. Free plug for you guys.
What series?
Twisted Metal.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they made it.
It's awesome. And I'm just like, bro, if you could have not like danger, like keep it PG, of course, but like just like straight sabotage, dude.
Imagine like a Gatling gun paintball mounted on your front seat post.
It would be so entertaining.
Just get on the first bend of the river when everybody's running. Come here.
I already told you. Get a live scope jammer. Jam out.
See, that would be cool.
Jamming signals,
right? Paying for misinformation, right? A live scope jammer, right? I mean, just like all sorts of like. I don't know, man. Like your trailer's on blocks at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like
next season on the one cast tournament.
Yeah, no holds barred tournament trail.
I don't know. I mean, I get it, man. Like it's for the Elite Series, 100. Well, let's say 104 individual businesses. For the BBT, it's what 50 now, and the MPFL or 60. Yeah. For the MPFL, it's
the anglers
it's
doing it all to themselves. They whined when they tried to roll back the no information rule, and I say that having friends. I don't know what their opinions were because I didn't ask. Because frankly, I wasn't that worried about it. But there was people up in arms when they tried to roll back on the no information rule. So Bass said, all right, we'll show you. You want us to be tougher on it? We'll be tougher on it. And look what it's gotten. Yeah. Guess who hasn't got DQ'd from an event yet? Any of these young kids who they were accusing of getting information for these tournaments. Guess what? Well, you're just getting your teeth kicked in.
Yeah.
Well, you think about last year, a big part of that, right? The rookies were doing so well last year because they had been on with the Opens the year before when they qualified for the EQs that year. That was the big gripe last fall. Is those guys got all that extra information from being on the water, even though they couldn't, which was stupid.
Well, they could have went and fished the Open and got the same information.
It's exactly, and they could go. Yeah, it was
same
also
opportunity was there.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like it's always hypocrisy.
Guess what? Guess who was runner up and almost Angler of the Year again?
Yeah.
Who?
You share it.
Trey McKinney.
Yeah. Well, he's good. I mean, it's a fact.
He's very good.
Right?
We'll see how good he is when they take away that cheater box next. Oh, I'm just kidding. He's gonna go out there and whack them. Those kids are still gonna be there
right now. He fished with it at Gunnersville.
Yeah.
Without it.
Yeah.
He didn't use it.
Nope. So Tony Parsley, I'm glad that you brought that up. That's a great segue.
Hey, look at there.
So I'm gonna bring this up. It's not gonna be tonight, Tony, and we'll try to tune into your show as well. So finally, after 17 months of waiting, kidding.
Couple months.
Nick Kincaid, is this from Carolina Waters? Or is this from your business, or is it just from you?
I mean, it's I paid for it.
Okay, so this is from Nick Kincaid. This is the Bubba Smart Fish Scale. This is
bought from Elevate Outdoors.
Bought from Elevate Outdoors.
Not the Pro Series. This is not the color one.
It's not movie quality.
It's not movie quality.
But I also have this one. I got it as a Christmas gift from my friend that's a boy.
My boyfriend.
We're friends.
We're boys.
We're boys. We're boyfriends.
Hey, I got one of those.
We're going to be doing a giveaway for this Bubba scale right here coming up in the near future. We're also going to be giving away some other stuff. But Tony, to answer your question, there is a giveaway. It's not tonight, but we will be giving away a Bubba scale. So we'll come out with this. We'll come out with the stipulations of what that's going to look like.
So if anybody else wants to send in anything to make the giveaway bigger,
we need to start planning.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
like a big.
I got a bunch of. Listen, I got some vector hooks that I can do.
They're coming back.
Are they?
It's not going to be Vector. It's going to be some other company, but they've been
Schmechter.
They've been talking about it.
Yeah, someone bought them.
Imagine that.
Oh, look at there.
Imagine Jacob Wheeler wins another tournament in MLF. I was just looking because Tony said the MLF are falling apart, and I just wonder what I missed today.
So let me bring this up. Did you guys see? It was not today. It was the other day. It might have been last week. But somebody posted like Mark Daniels Jr. is lucky that Jacob Wheeler was on his team because they did like a comparison of how many fish were caught.
There's always
it wasn't close.
It wasn't close.
There's so many. Well, he was also like on the trolling motor the whole time too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, like there's a distinct advantage. Listen, like I've had my butt whooped out of the back of my boat.
So was Mikey.
Pete has caught every fish in a tournament out of the back of my boat, and vice versa. And it happens, right?
Yeah.
But there is a distinct advantage at being able to be at the front of the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Like we all know that, right? Like you're hitting the high percentage areas and stuff. So
excuse me.
That's just an internet troll, dude. That's some trolling stuff right there. I mean,
and I believe that was on the MLF fan page.
That's not surprising.
Listen, I really like the MLF team series. I think that is so cool.
Yeah.
I would love to see that across the board, man. Like I really would. I think these guys are already working together as a team as it is. Yet at the same time, they're all lying to each other a lot of times. So whatever. But I think just team series are so cool, man. Like you always have like somebody to bounce ideas off from, somebody to keep you calm, somebody to get hyped up with you.
So
like that.
Have you
that
watched
kind
any of it?
So I haven't. Well, last year I did.
So they had it was on Facebook, I believe, yesterday. So Nick LeBrun, and I don't remember who his partner
is it the jerkbait thing?
The jerkbait.
I saw the replay.
Yeah, he went to throw it, snapped off, got him. He's like, had that happen with a jig with Mikey.
Yeah. Well, there's not, dude. So obviously getting hooked is definitely probably the worst, but there's like having a frog or a half or 3/4 ounce tungsten weight slingshot back at you from your partner at Mach whatever.
Jesus.
Yep. I knew he was going to say it. And hit you in the, area.
Yeah.
That's or in the face.
Which area? Oh, the nuts.
Yeah. The nuts or the face.
That's why you pay attention.
Yeah.
And always turn.
And wear your Hobie eyewear.
That's
because listen, everybody knows it, but I took one to the face last year and thank goodness I was wearing my eyewear because that would have taken my eye out 100%, dude.
Shout out to Dylan with Hobie Eyewear too.
Yeah.
He contacted me again today and sent me a tracking number. So they'll be sending 2 pairs of sunglasses and 200 discount cards.
Wow. For Soba.
For the Soba tournament, November 7th. So
heck yeah.
Thank you to them guys for continuing their support with us. It means a lot. I mean, we can't do it. You guys know with, Take a Warrior Fishing.
No,
not Take a Warrior Fishing.
Yeah, it's Take a Warrior Fishing. Yeah, I'm just saying, no, we can't do it without donors.
You need
partners.
You need the partners. Yep. And, it means a lot when you have partners that you don't have to worry about if they're coming back year after year.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
It helps a lot.
Puts
a lot of stress off of us.
That's definitely a fact. I mean, all the partners that we talk about, Take a Warrior Fishing, who Pete and I are on the board for, Special Operation Bass Anglers, which Nick and Mike and a whole other group of guys you're on the board for that, right? The nonprofit organizations that run these charity tournaments. There's one, I think, tomorrow at Randleman Lake, which I'm not fishing, but our buddy Doug Phillips is fishing it. It's Fish for Amanda, I think. Okay. It's I think it's a cancer awareness deal or charity tournament. It's up at Randleman Lake tomorrow. So if you're interested, I think you can still pay at the ramp, if I'm not mistaken. But these charity tournaments are great, man. Like they're so fun. They are the best. Like I love Fishing Fishers and Men, and I love like a Tuesday nighter here and there or whatever. But like the charity tournaments are the most fun tournaments that I've ever fished. Out of clubs, out of FOM, out of anything else, charity tournaments. Why? Because there's nothing on the line other than just showing up and supporting the cause.
It's meaningful.
It's meaningful. Yep. There's purpose behind it, right?
And I love how you
still,
stated, like I told you earlier, I was listening to the podcast that you guys put out today, and what you said about staying.
Yes,
that is important, guys.
Yes.
There's a lot of time and effort and stuff that goes into these things. And if a quarter of half of y'all leave, it's kind of a bummer in one way, but another way with the raffles and the auction stuff that we have, the giveaways. I mean, you do get, a better chance of getting this stuff, but I mean, and even last year at Soba's event, like you guys auctioned off like a Bob's Machine Shop Jack plate, a hot foot. There's tons of rods and reels, baits, like all sorts of stuff. And listen, if you're one of those guys that shows up at these charity tournaments and you leave early because you didn't perform well, they still got your money. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's going to go towards the cause. So thanks for your participation.
I mean, this year you can at least stay for hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yeah. So there's going to be catering there. Is Shaw coming up this year?
Yes.
Shaw Grigsby will be there. Matt McBee, Tater Hog himself will be there. We're trying to pull Seth, Gigantopithecus, trying to pull him over there to Lake Norman. And the great thing is these guys love to grab the locals on Lake Norman, and we love to beat the snot out of them. So that's the beautiful part is you get to actually beat the crap out of these guys.
Yeah. Think about it. Last year it was a college guy from Taba Valley, and And his girlfriend.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
They smoked it with like
Oh, yeah.
17 something.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you didn't weigh me right. I feel like I had 22, but I think it was like, 8-2.
I'm gonna tie all my fish to a dock the night before.
Yeah.
Because they don't polygraph. No. I'm kidding.
But no, man, it's a great cause.
It is.
All the things, I'll rewind again. November 7th is SOBA at Lake Norman. November 1st is Take a Warrior Fishing at Sharon Harris multi-species tournament. I think it's 4 hours long, Pete. It's only 4 hours.
Something like that.
Yeah, so you get to take a warrior out there on the water or several warriors, depending on what platform you bring. That's going to be out of Holloman's boat ramp on Sharon Harris, November 1st. Pete's looking up some stuff. So yeah,
pre-register for these things too, guys.
Yeah.
There's a kayak one at the end of the month.
yeah. So next
Saturday.
next Saturday, there's a kayak tournament at the American Legion Post 116. Correct?
It's 6 hours, 8 to 2.
Okay, 6 hours. I'm sorry. So yeah,
Catered meal and everything on that one as well.
So
if you're a warrior, go sign up. If you're a boater, go sign up.
Yep.
And that's at Harris, right?
that's at Harris.
So
It's-
I wonder, can you guys make an executive decision right now about that?
Well, what?
Can we bring the bow and go carp fishing?
I mean, you can bring your boat and go carp fishing
Yeah.
anytime you want to. The species do need to be alive, from my understanding. Am I
I
incorrect?
never
on that?
set that rule for
We
like
never
carp
set-
or anything.
I think it would be.
We're looking
funny.
forward to seeing Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, November
alive
1st,
is
Sharon
alive.
Harris, Take a Warrior Fishing. November 7th, Special Operations Bass Anglers, Lake Norman. Those are the last two major events that we are going to be at. Next Saturday, American Legion Post 116. There's a kayak event. You can go to warriorfishing.inc.
Org.
Warriorfishing.org. Yeah.
Click on the
organization.
events.
Yep.
And you can sign up there.
And then head on over when you're done with this show and check out Tony Parsley with Tony Parsley Soft Plastics. Tackle it up, man. Appreciate you joining us, Tony. Appreciate you coming in, Nick.
Yeah.
Carolina
Having me.
Waters. And thank you for the Bubba scale. Ben at the One Cast Cave. You got anything else before we sign off here?
No, everyone have a great weekend.
Yeah, I think it was kids didn't have school today, or my kids didn't have school today. Pete, what you got for the group?
Nothing.
All right, guys. We appreciate you joining us on Fishing Friday Live. Enjoy your weekend and help us continue growing a culture of anglers helping anglers one cast at a time.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
Pre-register.